Hi, this is Shane Bengal with the Mana Group, and today I want to talk about some creative financing options. This market is difficult for both sellers and buyers. Homes are not selling nearly as fast as they used to. We've seen inventory climb up and days on market climb up. So homes are definitely spending more time on the market. They're not as quick to sell, um, and then we've seen less and less buyers in the market. So one of our creative ways to deal with this issue is to, when possible, offer some creative financing issues. Some very low hanging fruit that exists out there is several lenders are connected to directly connected to a bank institution, and they offer anywhere from 1% to 2.75% back to a buyer in closing cost concession because they have to lend to home purchases within certain mapped and grid areas. So, that's something that's super simple to get. Hey, we're going to get you a lot of cost here. I'm working right now with a bank that offers a plan um, where they come with 2% and they give you 2% towards your down payment. So you only have to come with 1% as a down payment. Really cool program, really helps buyers uh, get the cash they needed to purchase a home and makes it a little bit more simple. But you can get a wide variety of creativity. Currently, we have a deal going through where a seller owned a property outright, and we had been on the market. The house had sold a couple times, and deal had failed for various reasons, and it was just having a really hard time getting this sale to move forward. We were able to offer that the seller, because the seller owned the house outright, and you could do this even if a seller owned the house, 75%, 50%, lower amounts, which many sellers have lots of equity in their house. But the seller offered to carry back a second position loan, 5, 10, 15%. Now, what this allowed, if you were a typical conventional home buyer, you would have to come to the market with anywhere from 3 to 5% for your down payment. At different thresholds, so at 10% down, your primary mortgage insurance, what we refer to as PMI, is reduced. At 10%, it's reduced. At 15, and then at 20%, it's gone. So it can vary how much based on the price of the home, how much your PMI is. For this particular home, we calculated, spoke with a local knowledgeable lender. We calculated the PMI to be around $325 a month. So the seller was offering to carry 15% of the purchase price in a second position loan at the same rate that they were getting their existing loan. What this allowed for a buyer to do was come in, purchase the property, put 5% down, and then have a secondary loan with 15% from the seller, and then avoid paying any PMI. So they save $325 a month in their monthly mortgage payment. This was a super creative option. Seller, obviously, there's some risk for the seller. They're willing to incur that risk to sell the house at the price that they wanted to. The people were extremely high in credit and extremely trustworthy, so the seller was willing to take that risk. But there are a lot of creative options to help buyers and sellers accomplish the goals they want, both in the world of finance and all the other areas of purchasing a house. If you'd love to talk about this more, I am open and always love to talk about real estate and all things real estate. Please reach out with any questions or post it in the comments.